Look at this golden light. It is just after 1 a.m. in the morning and I'm much more awake than I was yesterday. Definitely got a bit of a second wind with this location and the conditions as they are. I've got the 7200 time-lapsing our sun going down. That's a pretty good test in the dynamic range of the Sony right now. But it's perfect. No wind, probably 10 degrees. This is what it's all about. I think a lot of you guys watching this are photographers or you love travel, and I think that you can relate to an experience like this, and this is why it's so cool for me to be able to share this with you on the channel and also with all the people that are part of the tour right now. Having trouble trying to talk at 1 a.m. but you get what I'm trying to say. This is just perfect conditions on our very first evening here in Iceland as part of the midnight sun, and it's actually well past midnight, and if you can believe it, the sun's gonna rise in an hour from now. It's gonna go down and then just come right back up. So we're gonna stay out and keep shooting, and we got the puffins, which is awesome, and the Western Peninsula, which is awesome. I keep on saying awesome because I'm so fucking Canadian. All right, stay with us. It's gonna be a wicked tour through Iceland. And this is it, man. This is what it's all about. We're visiting some new places and some old haunts and taking you along for the ride. So I'll see you in the next video. Good morning. From about 40 minutes after the last vlog ended, the sun is back. This is sunrise, same evening here in the Western Fjords of Iceland. Midnight sun, because it just set at like 20 minutes after 1 a.m. and now it is 2 a.m. and there it is. Absolutely incredible. Still perfect conditions. So this is going to be the beginning of another vlog exploring the Western Fjords of Iceland, and it all starts right now. Let's go. All right, let's talk briefly about the midnight sun, because I think for most of the photographers watching, you probably get the concept, but for those who maybe don't, it's when you have this long days. So the longest day of the year, summer solstice, June 21st, that's sort of what we're aiming to be here over that time. So we've got 10 days, like on both sides of the 21st, to get the longest light that we can here in Iceland. So the sun is setting yesterday in the last vlog at about like 1:15 in the morning, as I said in the intro, and then it rises again, at least right now and here in the very far western point of the Western Fjords at 2 a.m. So the gap is like 40 minutes, which is just insane. And what that creates is this pendulum swing of the sun. So when it goes down, it kind of holds on the horizon for such a long time, just dips under the horizon and then comes back up, and what you get is this really long window of fantastic light, which you're seeing throughout the beginning of this video and most of the last part of the last video, and that was all in the last like 4 hours. So as landscape photographers, that's the kind of light that we chase, and most of the time you get lucky if you see that light for like 15 or 20 minutes. So to have that here for 4 hours is what the midnight sun is all about. And you get that in the northern hemisphere most of the time. So anywhere in like Iceland, Svalbard, Greenland, northern Sweden, Finland, northern Norway, of course, you know, those are all really great places to be able to get some amazing landscape photos during the midnight sun time, which is what we're at right now. But now it's time to get some sleep, because we got another long day ahead of us tomorrow, which is today in this video, but still, I think you know what I mean. We got to go to bed. It's like 3 a.m. so time to hit the tent. Good morning from the next morning, same day, but we're woken up now after about 7 hours of sleep. It's like 12:30, so just after midday, and the crew, we had this great campsite here, and everybody packed up relatively quickly. So I think for the first camping like night and now pack up and go, that's pretty good. So hopefully if we can do that over the next like 9 days, you know, just kind of streamline that process. So we were at Breidavik, if I'm reading that correctly, in an awesome part of the Western Fjords, seeing those puffins yesterday. And as you can see, the weather is back to normal Icelandic weather here with a bit of rain and wind. So it shows how yesterday was so good. So if you haven't seen that video yet, be sure to check out the first video from here in Iceland with the puffins and the cliffs and that awesome light. But for today, we are off to chase some waterfalls. We're going further into the Western Fjords, up into the northeastern part, and yeah, just snaking our way along the fjords and seeing what we can see, and hopefully we'll get some really nice waterfall photos. And that is all part of this video, so let's hit the road. You ready to go?
Yeah, it's a little bit too warm though.
Yeah, a bit too dry.
Do you have any lip chap?
I do, but I'm not going to let you use it. There's something to do with that hepatitis A.
Don't worry, I only have C.
What was happening yesterday? We made it to our first waterfall in classic Icelandic style. It is just off the side of the road. This is Foss is what it says on the map. And I thought Foss just meant waterfall. So maybe this was a very simple name for this one. But a really beautiful waterfall. You know, there's a couple of like, I think good shots that you can get. I tried to get one like slightly unique composition, but I'm not really sure it turned out too well. You be the judge. But really I'm here to film and help run this adventure photography workshop and make sure that all the guys that are participating in the trip are getting shots that they like and are enjoying the experience overall. So that's sort of what I'm focusing on. I got the drone up briefly, but there is a bit of rain still happening and some wind, so not ideal conditions for the drone, but this from the drone is amazing. So that's very cool. And yeah, good start to our Western Fjords waterfall day. We continue. Stop number 2, we have made it. This is Dinjandi Waterfall, an absolute highlight of the Western Fjords, and it has been protected since 1981, and you can probably see why here behind me. This is surprisingly though a very difficult waterfall to shoot. You've got the river flowing down here, which is very loud, so I hope you can still hear me, and then that giant section of the waterfall way up at the top, and the scale is really hard to show even in video. I mean, that is absolutely massive, like probably at least like a 20-story building. It is a huge cliff, and it's probably a half-hour hike just to get up to the base of that spot. But luckily for us, there's a number of smaller waterfalls that you can see that cascade down, eventually ending in this river, and those create some really nice subjects. So great place to photograph. We're gonna stay here for 2 hours and then head off to our next campsite and sunset location.
It's not horrible. River beside us, waterfall above us,
Golf course next
golf course next to us. Are you gonna play around in the morning? Are you actually? Is it disc golf or normal golf?
Disc golf.
Is there a disc golf course here too?
No, it's a normal golf course that I'm going to play disc golf on.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And we have made it to our campsite. Time check, I have no idea. Do you know what time it is? 10:30 p.m., which is early for us. We've got to stay up till another night of like probably 3:30 or 4 a.m. So 10:30 we've had our lunch, which was a delicious pizza place in the West Fjords here. And we are at an amazing campsite. It's just incredible. And it's very busy right now because it is the National Icelandic Day, which is great. It's a long weekend for the Icelanders, and summertime is much busier here than the winter. If you guys were following along for the winter videos, then you saw we felt like we had Iceland all to ourselves as photographers, which it still kind of does at 2 in the morning, but in the summer. But still, you can see there's a lot more tourists here right now. And our video is not done yet. We're still going to one more waterfall, so stay with us. And look, dogs! We have made it to our third and final waterfall of the day here in the West Fjords. Video number 2 from our Midnight Sun Photography Adventure Workshop back in Iceland. And this is amazing. Another just supreme waterfall. Absolutely incredible. Really, really hidden. It took us about 2-kilometer hike to get here, which really isn't very far. But we're in this valley and it just stretches like another 5 or 6K down this way here. I'll try and show you. There's a bit of brush that you can see here, and this trail just kind of keeps going, and I bet it goes all the way into the back of this valley. And there's nothing here. There's no farmhouses. There's no real sign of agriculture or anything. This is a really cool part of Iceland. I think the best part about this trip so far for me, and it's only like our second full day, is that I've been here 6 times now, and every single like corner of the West Fjords is a new surprise, which is really awesome. So I hope you've been sort of feeling that through these videos, not only in my own commentary, but in some of the scenery and the B-roll that we've been able to capture. So I'm gonna leave you here with some epic drone footage of this insanely cool waterfall, and maybe 1 or 2 more great photos. And then we'll see you in the next video from right here in the Western Fjords and our Midnight Sun Adventure Photography Workshop.